Today we start with the navigational tag. The navigational tag it is used to link up all the related links in a one group. If you see this picture, it's showing you hotel, rooms, booking, local places. The navigational tag it group the link created by the A tag. As you know that A is used for anchor tag. Okay, माने ଆମେ बेसिकली जदि गोटे वेब पेज को आउ गोटे वेब पेज सहित कनेक्टेड करिवा ताले we have to use this anchor tag and related link we put together in a nav tag. So nav tag it enable you to group the link created by using a tag, which is a way that looks more semantic and structure. If you want to make more structural approach or structural designing in the web page, and you put together the related link in a one group by using this nav tag. Okay, so I take this one. Okay, I just start with the navigation tag. I open the NetBeans. File, new project. Nav tag. Next. Okay. So enable tag is actually it is new in the HTML. This tag defines the set of navigation link. In most of the cases, navigation is shows as header, but it can also be used as a sidebar. Navigation is also displayed in all the pages of your website, just like a header. so that the user can access the important parts like homepage, services, about us, contact us from any of the place in the website. Okay, so এটা হচ্ছে আমরা nav tag example. There is a what description of the nav tag. In the higher version of the HTML, it is new and it is defined the set of navigation that just already we discussed. In most of the cases, the navigation is shown as a header, but it can also be used as a sidebar. For the sidebar means in the left hand side and in the right hand side that you can display it. Now I start with the navigation tag. I pass here nav, end of nav tag. Then I pass here a href. Then I'm not creating any page, so I put here has. Has means later I put the page name. Okay, now I put here home, end of a tag. Then I create some other link, 2, 3, then 4. Okay, so here I pass your gallery. Then I pass your services. Then I pass here contact us. Okay, so I now I run this file. So in the title I pass here navigation tag. Now I run the file. For the first time, it will take some time. See there, home, gallery, services, contact us. If you pass here like this symbol, okay, so now I again run the file. This one, home, gallery, services, contact us. Understood? Bujira? Mukti, Jaisri Aliva?
Yes, sir.
So this is an example of navigation tag. So let's see the another example. Then figure tag. So figure tag is used to specify the self-content content self-content content such as images, diagram, photo, and code, and associated caption. It should have some content related to the main content. However, if you remove it, it should not be affect any kind of flow of the document. So that is actually a figure tag that we are using. It is contain the self content means related thing. If you want to place together, then the figure tag we are using. Okay. So basically, this figure tag, you can say like it put together all the related images in one place. Okay. So okay, so it contain like specified self content like you can give some kind of illustration, you can give some kind of diagram, you can give some kind of photo, code, listing. Okay, so in the figure tag, we're using figure caption. Figure caption tag define a caption for a figure. Okay, like if you open the Flipkart, if you open the Amazon, so there is a different kind of product picture is there, and the caption is given in the lower part. What is the price and what is the description? Okay, so that is called the figure caption. So in the figure tag, we are using figure caption which specify the description about the figure. So that when you are searching from the Google for the particular photo and particular pages, so that figure is automatically display you. It act like a keywords in the what in the search engine. Okay. So now I go for it, the figure tag. I will place some kind of picture. This is my page. I add some, I just remove it, right? Figure tag. I remove all the thing here. Now I add some kind of images. So I go to this is figure tag. I create a folder, right click on the web page, new, then choose folder. Then in the folder, I give here images, then finish. So in this folder, I will copy some kind of images that already I store in my device. Just drag here, like I move to the some images I drag here. One is so I have drag 3 images. Okay, so later it will help me. Then I define a figure tag, FIGURE figure, the figure tag. Then I pass for adding a image. I use IMG tag. IMG SRC. SRC means where you pass the location. Images will come. So which images I will pass? So I pass here. Suppose scn.jpg. 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 It is the image style you can pass. It is a, like some kind of CSS we pass. Width is equals to 100%. Width is 100% of the images. Okay. Now, if I run the file, this is actually image. So I put a small image here, like UANTI. Width is 30%. This one. Now I give here. So if you notice here, this figure is not having any kind of caption. Now I give here figure caption here. FIG figure caption. Figure caption. Figure caption is just like I define here. Example one. End of figure caption. Okay. So now I run the file. Let's see what is happened here. So how it changes. Now see that. In earlier it is not having any caption. So here it is having a caption. So you can give a full name, like the product name that is displayed in the Flipkart, Amazon. So in this way, it is defined here, like in the figure caption. Got it? Bujela? Aliva, Mukti, Jaisri.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I put some other part here. I give some kind of style in the figure, like if you see that this caption is present in the um, almost left part. Now I put into the middle part so that I pass here style tag. So by giving a style, I can give the proper alignment, then figure caption, then I pass here text alignment. Text alignment is center, then semicolon. Okay, so after passing the center alignment, now check how it is displayed. It comes to this part. width is now I give the width is 100%. See that? It is showing you example one here. This one, this is a caption. Okay. Now text alignment is center. This one. Now I change some part, like suppose if I give here 70%, let's see what happens. You have to move here 100%. Okay. Then in the figure also we can pass some kind of border. Style is equals to border colon 2 pixel border. Then I pass color solid gray color that I have passed, so that it is showing you in a different way. Then padding colon 5px. Okay, width is 100%, padding is 5px. Now I pass here border radius. Okay, so first see that what is happened, the difference, then you come to know. I run the file now. See that the picture earlier, the picture is, see that is not having any border. Now it is having a border. This one, this is having a border. This picture is having a one border, and the caption has given. Now I have to do what? I have to pass padding. So what is the work of padding? Padding is 5px. Now I run the file. Okay, so padding means, see there, the gap that we have, like this one is having small change. See that. So I am in the same content. I just move it. Then you notice some kind of space is there. Okay. Then I use the border radius. Padding is 5px. Then I give here border radius box. Again I give some 5px. Then 5px that I pass. Then if you notice here, see that. Here we have to scroll it down. It has some changes. This one is the border. Now see what the difference. See the difference here and see the difference here. Okay. So there is some kind of changes in the border. The border radius I have give it 5px. So it just look like a one type of frame. Okay, photo frame. So this is a what some kind of designing or some kind of some kind of CSS part we provide here. This is an example of figure tag. The next I move. Okay, so this first chapter is over. So I move to the second chapter. Second chapter is basically on the CSS part. So what is CSS? CSS is just like what it the look and feel of the website is non-appealing to the user, or when the website is not giving the best appearance. So in that sector, we're using a CSS. The CSS is a collection of styles that allow you to change the appearance of the HTML element. If you want to change the appearance of the HTML element on the web page, we're using CSS. It can be used to define the set of formatting option that can be used to format the text and other HTML element. It defines the set of standard rules. It provides some kind of rules. Through that rules, or by using of that rules, we give the better look and feel of the website. The CSS basically it is used to give the better look and feel of the website, and CSS can be applied. You have to apply the CSS like in earlier example we applied the CSS for particular tag, like in the figure tag we applied. Sometime we applied for the navigation tag. So you can add the CSS for the specific tag, or you can add the CSS in one website, in one web page, or you can add the CSS the total pages that is available in the website. In the three way you can add, you have to add in particular tag, if you have to add for the particular page, or you have to add the particular website. CSS stands for cascading style sheet. HTML and CSS have huge hand behind the technique of creating web page. When you want to create a web page, CSS playing very important role. Using the HTML, the web page gets shape, and using CSS, the web page gets a new and attractive look. HTML give a shape to your website, but by using of CSS, it gives you the very attractive look and feel. HTML and CSS is added together. Without CSS, we can use the HTML, but without HTML, you cannot use the CSS, or it cannot be used. Okay, Bujala, what is CSS? Aliva, Smriti,
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so that is a CSS. Basically, by using of CSS, we have to use more attractive and interactive web pages. And CSS is a, you can say it is a computer language which is very simple and which can be easily, you can learn. To write the code in the HTML and CSS, we need, like normally you can use the text editor, or some of the CSS file is inbuilt present, like if we're using the NetBeans IDE for this, so inbuilt CSS file is present. And this CSS is supported by using it is used supported by the different browser. You can say like your Chrome browser, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Microsoft Edge, that is new browser is there. So using CSS, we can show the text on the web page in a good color, control on the fonts between the style and paragraph. You can control on the background images, background color. Okay, so CSS HTML document gives a completely new look to the web page. By using CSS, it saves the time for designing. There is no need to design the website, design each tag in the web page. So once you define the CSS rule, that rule is applied to all the tags. And if that tag is appear in the web page more than one time, so there is no need to um, write this same code again and again. It helps the page to load faster. Another important thing is what it is helping you to load the page faster, so that the response time of the web page is very fast when you are using CSS. Then it is easy to maintain, as we're using simple lines of code here, and it is platform independent. Platform independent means in any operating system it works. So it is not having any kind of like dependency issues for that. Okay, so CSS is very important part or important role that we are playing. Now we comes to that, like the types of CSS. What are the different type of CSS we have? The CSS we are using. So first of all, how to define the CSS? For defining the CSS, it allows the two section. One is selector, another is declaration section. The CSS allow the creation of one or more rule for defining the style in the HTML element. The CSS contain the two part. One is selector, another is a declarative block. Selector means to whom, for which tag you want to apply the style. And the declaration tag contain what are the property that you want to change. I want to change the color, I want to change the font. So that's the thing you define in the declaration tag. First of all, you have to define the selector means the which tag you want to modify it, and declaration tag means what are the property or what are the font or what are the color you want to define. Like it is a simple HTML tag, it is present h1 h2, then again it is having h1, then here we pass a for h1. So many of time I use the h1, so every time the h1 color is red and font style is italic. If you use the h2 again and again in the web page, then by default the h2 font weight is bold, means the bold will display here. Okay, so it is a way of defining the CSS. Let's save it. So I just give an example. Okay. So first of all, then we move to the types of CSS. So there are three type of CSS we have. One is inline style sheet, internal style sheet, and external style sheet. Okay. So there are three type of style sheet we have. Inline, we have to style the particular tag. Internal, we have to stylize all the tags. Okay, the specific tag that appear in the web page, in a particular web page again and again. In a particular web page. So if it is a web page, in the particular web page, if the heading h1 is appear as many of times, so if I define the h1 colors, h1 font style, so it is appear in the same way. External means you have to create in another file and you have to link to your web page. So in this way, we have to define the three type of style sheet. Style sheet, one is inline, internal, another is external style sheet. So these are the three type of CSS we're using. Okay, so in next class, tomorrow I will start with the different type of CSS, like how it works, like inline, external, and internal. Okay, so tomorrow we'll go for it.